Christmas is not my favorite holiday, which I know is really terrible to say because Christmas is everyone's favorite holiday. Have you ever tried to do that icebreaker where let's go around and say everyone's favorite holiday? Everyone's like, Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. And then one weird guy's like, Halloween. I'm sorry, if Halloween is your favorite holiday and you're over 12, at this point you're just stealing candy from little kids. You need to just calm down and go sit in your room and be angsty like the rest of us. I went trick-or-treating when I was 16 once. We drove ourselves there. It felt terrible the whole time. But I went with Olivia Du Bois, who wore this insanely realistic Santa costume. That's her right there. It was incredible. She went from a small girl and transformed into a jolly old man. And we went out on the streets and these little kids just start mobbing her. They're like, Santa Claus, what are you doing here? Where are your reindeer? And all the parents are like, oh great, we have a lot of questions to answer on the way home right now. If I had a piece of candy for every person that we trick-or-treated with that asked her, where are your reindeer? I would have a lot more candy than we got that day. Because adults are really stingy when you're old. They like fish out the unwrapped Smartie from the bottom of their bag, and the whole time you're handing it, they're like, you're stealing this from a kid, you're stealing this from a kid, you're stealing this from... Oh, okay, hope you feel good about yourself. But Christmas isn't my favorite holiday because I do this thing where, like, if I want something, I don't tell anyone. I just keep it like a little secret in my heart. I'm like, maybe I'll get a beach house in Cabo this year. I just like think about it. And I don't tell anyone. And then Christmas happens and it isn't there. I'm like, meh. Christmas is supposed to be like especially good for me because I'm a child of divorce. Like, this is supposed to be the one day a year they're like, sorry for all that trauma. You're gonna get one holiday twice, and you're gonna get lots of presents, and your parents are gonna feel guilty, so you're gonna be rolling around in laptops and gold bars and ponies. And my parents don't do that. They don't communicate, and they're both like, well, the other one is gonna get them the good gifts, so they're like, I'll just get socks and deodorant to supplement. And then that's just all I get. And my dad has no idea what to get me. He just gets me whatever he got my 8-year-old stepbrother, just in a larger size. So last year I got an Under Armour sweatshirt and an emoji pillow that I promptly regifted. My mom is a lot more practical. Last year I got a Roth IRA. For those of you who don't know, that's a retirement plan. That thing says, Merry Christmas, like, let's start planning for your future now. I don't even have a job. I can't even put money into it. It just sits there and reminds me that I'm gonna get old one day. No, it apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I'm a terrible gift giver too. I used to think I was a good gift giver, and then I was told by the people I was giving gifts to that I was not. Like, you just kind of gotta embrace it. Once you're like, all right, I'm a bad gift giver, that's my thing. I've learned that if you wrap something up and present it with a smile and a hopeful look, people won't say anything. And this is my grandma. I knew she likes gardening and anything I've touched, so I went and bought a pot and one color of paint because I didn't want to buy any more. And I Googled garden love quote, and I was like, leaves grow love. Painted it, wrapped it up. She's like, it's perfect. I'm like, yeah, there you go. So you don't have to feel guilty about just wrapping up that gingerbread latte candle you found in your mom's closet and just giving it to a friend. That's what you gotta do. All right, thank you, everyone. Merry Christmas!